Colombia elects former guerrilla Petro as first leftist president. Bogotá, Bucaramanga leftist Gustavo Petro, a former member of the M19 guerrilla movement who has vowed profound social and monetary alternate, gained Colombia's presidency on Sunday, the first modern to do so inside the country's records. Petro beat Creation multi-millionaire Rodolfo Hernández with an unexpectedly huge margin of some 720,000 votes. The two had been technically tied in polling ahead of the vote. Petro, a former mayor of capital Bogotá and modern senator, has pledged to fight inequality with unfastened college training, pension reforms and excessive taxes on unproductive land. He won 55% to Hernández's 47.3%. Petro's proposals, mainly a ban on new oil projects, have startled a few traders, though he has promised to recognize present-day contracts. His victory became probable to motive market jitters until his cabinet is announced, analysts informed on Sunday. Supporter Alejandro Ferrero, 40, who uses a wheelchair, cried as consequences rolled in on the Petro marketing campaign birthday celebration in Bogotá. Finally, thank God. I understand he will be an amazing president and he'll help the people who are least privileged. This is going to change for the higher, stated Ferrero, who's unemployed. Some human beings were dancing in the road close to Bogotá's largest polling area, in spite of ongoing rain. This marketing campaign became Petro's one-third presidential bid, and his victory provides the Andean state to a list of Latin American nations which have elected progressives in recent years. A fragmented Congress, wherein a dozen events have seats, will act as a take-a-look at on Petro's proposals, said Daniela Cuellar of FTI Consulting NYSE, FCN. Colombia's institutional strength and rule of law appear sufficiently sturdy for the USA to hold financial balance, stated Cuellar. Moreover, campaigning is not governing. Petro's policies will be great or moderate. Even if he attempts to pass radical reforms, he does no longer have the congressional guide to enforce them, she added. Petro, 62, said he became tortured by using the military when he turned into detained for his involvement with the guerrillas, and his capacity victory had high-ranking Defense Force officers bracing for exchange. Petro's strolling mate Francia Marquez, a single mom and previous housekeeper, will be the USA's first Afro-Colombian female vice president. Today I'm vote casting for my daughter. She turned 15 2 weeks in the past and asked for just one gift, that I vote for Petro, said Protection Shield Pedro Vargas, 48, in Bogotá's southwest on Sunday morning. I desire this guy fulfills the hopes of my daughter. She has a whole lot of faith in his promises, introduced Vargas, who stated he never votes. Petro has additionally pledged to fully enforce a 2016 peace cope with FARC rebels and are searching for talks with the still active ELN guerrillas. Market jitters. Analysts have said the proposed halt to Greece development may want to send investment some other place at a time while Colombia is struggling with low credit ratings, a big trade deficit and national debt which has doubled to 72% of GDP over the last decade. Oil debts for almost half of exports and close to 10% of national profits, but Petro argues new tasks ought to be barred for environmental reasons and to transport Colombia away from dependence on the industry. Petro has also promised to boom taxes and royalties on extractive industries and rate main landholders for unproductive land, elevating some $5.2 billion. He additionally proposes to raise up to $3.9 billion via steadily taxing agencies. We suppose on Tuesday both hobby charges on TES bonds and the change fee will depreciate. However, we want to look what type of rhetoric Petro gives us, what form of cabinet he's going to supply us, stated Sergio Alart, head economist for Colombia at Scotiabank. Monday is a holiday in Colombia. The magnitude of moves within the coming buying and selling classes will rely upon the monetary line that the brand new president offers, agreed David Kubides, head economist at Allianz ETR, ALVG, brokerage, who said he expects local marketplace volatility for the duration of the next week. Current President Ivan Duque tweeted he had referred to as to congratulate Petro, and they have scheduled a meeting in coming days to make certain a harmonious transition. Colombian presidents are constrained to one term. Petro had raised doubts approximately the integrity of the count number after irregularities in congressional tallies in March and earlier on Sunday advised electorate to check their ballots for any extraneous marks that may invalidate them. Hernandez, who served as mayor of Bucaramanga, was a surprise contender within the runoff and ran on anti-corruption guarantees even though he himself is below investigation for graft.